Now, there are 5 secrets to living a powerful, passionate, and profitable life. And guess what? They're secrets, but I'm about to reveal them to you. The first thing is you have to know the source of your power. What does that mean? Knowing the source of your power, you have to know who gives you what they give you. And I'm just going to be honest. You get your power from the only one who can give it to you, and that is God. Some people call him the divine. Some people call him this, that. I call him God. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt where your power comes from and where it resides. Your power comes from above and it resides in you. And once you know where your power comes from, you need to stay connected to that source. Well, how do you stay connected to the source? Because see, it's one thing to know where your power comes from. And it's one thing to know that you have that power. But guess what? It's important to stay connected to the power. Because when you don't stay connected to the power, guess what happens to your dreams, your aspirations, your goals? They become derailed, they become delayed, and they become diminished. Because you are no longer connected to where, to that power that drives you, that power that you need in order to do what it is that you're supposed to do. And so not only do you need to know where your power comes from, you need to stay connected to that power. Let me tell you, oftentimes along this journey, along our path, we see different things. And we decide, okay, that looks so much better over there. Even though our power and the source is here, sometimes it look a little better over there. And so we decide that we're going to veer off on this way. And once we veer off, we become weak. Things don't go right anymore because we're no longer connected to the source. And so if you want to know how it is to live that life that you were created to live, you got to stay connected. Stay connected you stay connected by plain old just doing what it is that you love to do. Stay connected by doing what you were created to do. You see, I know that I was created to inspire. I was created to transform. I was created to ignite the passion in people. I know what I was created to do. And whenever I become disconnected from who I really am, I lose my power. You got to understand this, that it's the real you that gets the job done. We want to be like this person and like that person, but no one can do what you can do like you can do it. And so we have to remember that the only way that we can stay connected to the source of our power, is by being transparent, it's by being authentic, it's by being the real Vicki. It's by being the real John. It's by being the real Mary. It's about being who you really are. And doing that thing that I said it is that it factor, by doing what you do with love. Operate in your it factor. Operate in it. Because you know what? You start your life a purpose. You start that journey. You decide, you know what? I want that power. I want to live that life of passion. I want profit to be a part of my life. But yet you're operating outside of the it factor. It's not going to work if you operate outside of the it factor. Remember, I said before that when you take on the responsibility that comes with living a life of success, that you have reward. Well, when you start walking and doing what it is that you were called to do, and you're operating in that without that it factor, which is love, you eliminate the reward. Because when you operate outside of the it factor, then you have to be operating in something. And normally it's operating through fear, it's operating through hate, it's operating by cheating, stealing, taking, and you don't have to do that. So you need to remember to operate in love. But then also, you have to make sure that you do what makes you happy. You have to make sure that when you are on this journey to living a powerful, passionate, and profitable life, that you do what makes you happy. You see, we make it real hard, and it's not meant to be real hard, because that very thing that's going to drive you to your passion, that's going to drive you to your purpose is your passion. And your passion is that thing that you love to do. And so we can't eliminate doing what makes us happy. And then after you do all of that, you do what's making you happy, you're operating in that it factor, you're connecting to the source, you know your source. Remember, don't chase the money, chase the dream. Don't make the mistake that so many of us make, because the world tells us that it's all about the money. The world tells us not to do this because you don't make enough money. If I listened to the world, I wouldn't be an educator right now, because the fact of the matter is, teachers don't make a lot of money. But if I had have listened to the world, I would be a miserable accountant right now, making money, but I would be miserable. So I chose to do what makes me happy, and that is to educate. I chose my passion. I chose the dream. And guess what? I did not make a bad decision by chasing the dream instead of the money, because I realized that when I walk in passion, it drives me to my purpose, and profit automatically follows. So again, for the last time, don't chase the money, chase the dream.